Hi friends, in this video we are going to see multiple Git commands that are very commonly used among most of the developers. So the flow will be like from creating a basic Git repository, doing changes, adding commits, creating new branches, switching to new branch, and finally push all the commits to remote server like GitHub. So at the end of this video you will understand almost all the basic Git commands and you will be able to work on a project using you will be able to save all your codes using Git repository. So we have created a new folder to store our project code, and I have opened that folder inside VS Code, Visual Studio Code, for just demonstrating. Now we don't have any files. The first Git command that should be used to create this folder as a Git repository, that is Git Init. This will initialize this folder as a Git repository. So you can see you have got the message that initialized empty Git repository in this folder. And once it is created, inside that folder you should be having a folder called .git, which is a hidden folder. If you just go to here and click on uncheck the hidden item, it will not be visible. If you click on the hidden items, it will be visible. This confirms that this folder has been initialized as a Git repository. Now we will be able to add our codes and commit all the things. Next we will create a file and add some text inside it, and then we will create a commit for that code change. So it need not be a Java file, it need not be a Python file. Even if it is a text file, we will be able to add a commit. So you can do the same process for all your source codes. So I have created a text file, and so just added a line. Now you have a command called git status. If you see the output of this command, git status, see, it is telling that no commits yet, but there is an untracked file, and there is a new file, and there is a change inside that file, which means this file had to be added to a commit. So this git status command helps us to know whether there is no changes after a commit or there is a changes after a commit. If there is a change, you will see something like this. So we have a file inside our project, inside the Git repository, and without a commit, we have added a content to a file and we haven't committed it. So what is the step to create a new commit? First we have to add that file. Git add space dot you can give, or you can specify the file name. So what is the difference between git add dot or git add file name? So there is a difference between it. I will tell you. If we create changes in multiple files, and if you if you run the command git status, you will have multiple files. Imagine a scenario, I just need to commit this changes alone and leave this input.text changes as it is. It should be untracked. In that case, git add file name. This will just add that add that changes in that hello world file to commit. Or if I add git add dot, it will add both the files to the commit. Now git status, it will tell you that changes to be committed. You have two new files named hello world.txt and input.txt. It is ready for commit now. Now how can I commit it? There is a command git commit -m. Inside double quotes you can add a commit message. So whatever description you want, you can add it. Just enter. Now the file is committed. This is how you can create a new commit in your Git repository. So next, there is a command called git branch. So it will help you to display list of available branches in a Git repository. So branches are nothing but different, same code base. When you create multiple branches from a same commit, it will have two different versions, and you can keep on adding multiple commits to separate branches separately. For example, if two developers are working, they can work on two different branches. They can create own commits and finally merge it together. So this is the usage of branches. So how to create a new branch? Git branch, like branch A, for example. So I have created a branch named branch A. Now let us try git branch. You see, you have two different branches, master and branch A. Now that we have two different branches, and if I want to switch between two different branches from master to branch A, what is the command? Git checkout space branch name. Now our Git repository is switched to the specified branch. Now git branch command will give you an output with the star pointed to branch A. You can see. So this is how you can switch from branches. There is another command called git checkout -b space branch name. What is the command is about? Git git checkout -b, that is -b space some name, branch B, which does not exist. If I run this command, what it will do is it will create a branch B and then check out to that branch. So you note that previously the repository is pointed to branch A. See, we have now three branches. Previously it was two. Branch B was not there. After running this command git checkout -b branch B, branch B is created, then the repository is checked out to branch B. This is the combined command like git branch name and git checkout branch name. Next command, it will help you to display all the commits on the existing current branch. So for that we need at least 3 to 4 commits to demonstrate. We will just simply add some text. Just adding one character to add a new commit. Git add dot git commit -m adding logic 3, and we will just add one more commit 4. Git add dot git commit -m adding logic 4. So now that we have added 4 commits additional to the initial commit, now we have a command git log -o-ne-line. This will display list of all commits along with the description of the current branch. See, this is initial commit, then adding logic 1, logic 2, logic 3, then adding logic 4. This is the command that helps us to display all the existing commit. So now we will see the usage of multiple branches. We know that we have 3 different branches, and if you print all the commits on current branch, that is branch B, you have 5 commits. So it is to be noted that we have added all the 5 commits in the branch B. Now I am checking out to master and git log -online. You see, same repository but different branch, you have only initial commit. It is because we have added all the 4 lines, that is 4 commits on the branch B and not on the branch A or master. That is why we have only one commit on the branch master. Git checkout. Let's do one thing. Let's add one line, one commit on the this file. Clear git add dot git commit -m, adding new logic 100, just for easy understanding. We have added a new commit to master and not to branch B, which already have a 5 commit. Git log -1 line. You see, you have 2 commits now. Now I am checking out to branch B -1 line. You can see that we already added a line here on the branch master, but now we already checked out to branch B, and that is why that line has disappeared, because it is not there on that branch. You can see the different commits available for different branches. So for master branch you have 2 commits, for branch B you have 5 commits. This is the way of understanding how commit works on different branches. So our branch name is actually master now. But in Git it will be actually main, it's not master. So they are using main branch as the primary branch, but we are doing git init here in our local, so that is why it is named as master. We will just rename it to main, git branch -m main. So this will rename the current branch as main. So this is uppercase M space main. See, our branch name master has been renamed to main. Now we already by default will have the branch named main in our empty repository in our GitHub. So now we can push these changes to remote branch main of our Git, because we have added the remote URL in origin. Git push -u origin space branch name. You can see all our changes has been pushed to remote repository. Now you can come back and just reload our repository. You can see our code will be displayed here. See, you have the branch main, you have the commits, everything. So this is how we can commit our, or we can push our local repository to our remote Git repository. Now let us add this Git repository to a remote server like GitHub, because this is a local Git repository. It is not connected or synchronized to any remote server. Now we have just opened our GitHub account. How can we synchronize, or how can we add this Git repository to our Git server, I mean GitHub? Simple, just create a new repository. Give it a name, make it public or private, that should not be, it depends on your requirement. Create a new repository. So you have the repository now without any files. Now you can just copy this URL, just copy it. There is a command. We have our Git repository in our local, and we should add an URL called origin. So git remote add origin space that URL. So this will map our local Git repository to the remote Git repository. So possibly it might ask you the username and password of your Git account. So I have already added the credentials, and that is why it has not asked. Now my local Git repository is added to this Git repository. Now we have to push these changes to that remote, because it is in local. We are yet to push the changes to remote repository. We have just mapped the URL. We have just added, mapped our local Git to remote Git repository, and we haven't pushed it. There is a command